Wrong chord. There you go.
Really nice, Topher.
That was great.
Yeah, it's no fair when your fingers can actually leave your hands and move on their own.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Great
Topher.
intro by Topher. Make sure everybody's staying muted. I think somebody might be unmuted
great.
here.
Yeah, it's no fair when your fingers can actually leave your hands and move on their own.
And
It seems that there's a delay going on.
something's. Maybe because I have the YouTube going. Maybe that's what's going on. All right. I posted it on, streamed it to YouTube. I streamed it to Facebook. I put the link on Facebook. So hopefully there's enough avenues for whoever wants to come and enjoy this. Thank you so much to the musicians for coming out today. I'm always honored to play along such fabulous, talented musicians. It's just a real treat for me. And Topher, that was a fun kickoff. Can you tell us a little bit about your mandolin? How long you've been playing mandolin?
Oh, a long time. I don't remember when I started. It was when I lived in Boston. That tune's called El Cumbanchero. I didn't write it. It's an old tune. Jethro Burns used to play it. So,
Awesome.
there you go.
I liked it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I better play something. And in case you randomly stumbled onto this by typing in very strange algorithms into your computer, this is the Music Matters Showcase on Zoom and streaming onto YouTube. We always go around 3 times, and we generally go around 3 times, and people play all sorts of stuff. It tends to be original music for the most part, I would say. I think that might be fair to say. And I am no exception to that. I'm going to do some original songs for you. And I think I want to start out with balance because we all need more balance in our lives. So. Sometimes I just wanna quit. Sometimes I can't get enough of it. Trying to get some balance to my life, but I just don't got it quite. Man, this deadline sure is tight. Trying to get some balance to my life, balance to my life. Sometimes I spend too much time on my phone. Sometimes I spend too much time alone. Trying to get some balance in my life, but I just don't got it right. Try to find a little peace amidst the fight, trying to get some balance to my life, balance to my life. Should I choose my mind or my body? Should I choose my intellect or spirituality? How much should I watch the news? How much should I fight this abuse? Trying to find some balance in my life, so I can make it through the night. Find a little peace amidst the fight, trying to get a little balance to my life, a balance to my life. Yeah, an eternal struggle.
That is quite
No
a
one ever
journey.
feels they got get exactly right. But
There's always
but
something.
music helps the balance a little bit, I think, because like it's so different than the other things that we normally do that it can't help but add a little balance, I think. Ann Ramsey. How are you, Ann?
Here I am. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, where are you located these days?
I'm in northern Delaware,
Northern Delaware. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Not
right
too far
over the
from me.
border from, I'm like 3 doors from Pennsylvania. So,
Yeah. Hi,
here
neighbor.
in the middle of the mushroom farms. Where are you?
I'm in Columbia, Maryland.
Oh, okay. All right.
not-
Yeah, I retired here from D.C. We lived in D.C. for like 25, 30 years. So
That's right. I forgot. We had talked about this last time. I'll probably forget next time, too. So
That's
we
all
can have
right.
this conversation 10 times, probably.
it's okay.
You're the host, Joseph. That's your job to forget what you said before.
Exactly.
I just noticed that I almost played the same song that I played last time, and so I just swapped it out real quick because I didn't want to do that.
Oh, you know what? It's okay. I like to hear a good song twice, 3 times, 10 times. So don't worry too much about that.
Okay, well, I went ahead and swapped it, so
Yeah. If it's a bad song, yeah, okay.
get rid of it. Get it out of there. Okay. Well, I will do 2 originals, but I'm going to start with a cover. And it's going to be on LP that I'm releasing in the fall. And I'm also going to release it as a single later this summer. It's a Richard Thompson song called Withered and Died. And the first two lines just captured my feeling at the moment that I heard them. I knew I had to do this song, so you'll get it. You hear that? This cruel country has driven me down, teased me and lied, teased me and lied. I've only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died. Once I was bending the tops of the trees, kind words in my ears, kind faces to see. Then I struck up with a boy from the west. Played run and hide, he played run and hide. Count 1 to 10 and he's gone with the rest. My dreams have withered and died. Silver moon sail up and silver moon shine on the water so wide, the water so wide. Steal from the bed of some good friend of mine. My dreams have withered and died. If I was a butterfly, live for a day, I could be free, just blowing away. This cruel country has driven me down, teased me and lied, teased me and lied. I've only sad stories to tell to this town. My dreams have withered and died.
That was beautiful, Ann.
Oh, yeah. Nice job.
Good choice.
Nice song, man.
Did you want to tell us anything more about that one?
Just that I'm real excited about the release because I managed to get Richard Thompson's grandson, Zach Hobbs, to
Richard
play-
Thompson's what?
grandson,
Nice.
to
Well, you
play
got-
lead guitar on it. Yeah,
Right.
Wow.
very excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll put a link to.
Yeah, and that goes for everyone. Please feel free to put some links, not only here, but on the YouTube and on the Facebook post as well, so people can access your
Yeah, this one's not up yet, I
investigate
realize.
other songs that you and music that you've created. So nicely done, Ann. Thank you so much. All right, and Topher, you're out west, if I remember correctly. Are you in
Right.
California?
California, Santa Rosa, California.
How are things going out there?
Well, no fires yet. Not right here.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. We'll take that.
I guess that's good news. Torrance, Tad, Tobias led a very happy life. Tina Terry Tomlinson had just become his wife. They loved each other tip to toe for now and ever after. Their lives were full of joy. Their home was full of laughter. One day the missus told old Tad that she had grown suspicious. She headed to the doctor to confirm her dearest wishes. Tina took some tests, and as far as the doc could see, Sure enough, were heartbeats, not one or two, but three. Tim and Tom and Tony inside Tina Terry's tum. Tumbling like the stuntmen they seemed destined to become. Tumultuous, tempestuous, oh how they misbehaved. The triplets tossed and tumbled like small tsunami waves. Tim and Tom and Tony were terrific tiny tots, taking tapioca topped with tiny apricots. They grew up fast and soon the tireless triplets went to school. The terrors of the playground, totally uncool. As Tina teed it downward, dog in a tranquil composition. A twitch, a tug, and off she went back to the obstetrician. A twitch, no, who told her things were every bit as frightening as she feared. 3 more heartbeats alongside hers, things was getting weird. Trina, Trish, and Trixie, 3 tots in a line, tirading, tickling, talking, toilet training all the time. Their rough housing resulted in some torn and tangled tresses. Their strenuous successes required heavy-duty dresses. I have to move the mouse, sorry. That's Trina, Trish, and Trixie, Tony, Tim, and Tom. 10 months later, Tuck and Troy and Tammy met their mom. Tessa, Tanya, Taylor, Trey, and Trudy, don't you know? Talia, Trab, and Tabitha keep Jenna on the go. If that's a ton of tiny tots, it's 20 tots of teens. And 20 tons of climate change when Tina served them beans. They didn't go for dinner much because, don't you see, it took 2020s to stir them all to tea. The thought of running out of names that start with letter T had Tina in a tiz, but tying tubes was not to be. Auntie T was certain that she knew a better way. She suggested Tina start to use the letter K. Torrance, Tad, Tobias led a very busy life. Tina Terry Tomlinson was happy as his wife. Grandpa Ted stopped tabulating tots with a tummy ache. Grandma Tess ran out of flour for all those birthday cakes.
All right.
All right.
Teamwork. Goodness.
You got the rest of the alphabet.
The beans created climate change, huh?
Yeah, that's a new line, yeah.
I love that one. So I'm picturing you know how like in the detective shows they have like these murder rooms where they put like these like boards up and like, you know, this like lines pointing that way. You have something like that when you write songs.
No, I don't have any organized method.
You left out Zeke and Zach and Zebulon, though.
We could have done that, Zachariah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know too many gals' names that start with a Z.
Zelda.
Zelda, there you go.
Zari.
I think we're starting a new song here.
That's a great song, Topher. I think I've heard you do that one before.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, it's a little different than last time. I keep tweaking it. Tweaking.
It's great. I love that. Thank you, Topher. Always a treat.
My pleasure.
Mr. Frank Lekowitz. How are you doing, Frank?
I'm good.
Frank
So-
and I sometimes see each other in person at some of these open mics.
Yeah. We saw each other Tuesday night.
I can vouch that he has legs.
Yeah, I was doing my my Mick Jagger, Keith Richards impression.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you played with your friend, Rick.
Yeah. So, all right. So since it's we're a week into summer, I decided to pick some songs that have to do with summertime. And this first one, and just a little side note, I've stopped using the phrase original versus cover because, barring copyright infringement, every song I've ever heard is an original song. And it's either one that I wrote or one that somebody else wrote. So this is a song that somebody else wrote, but the somebody else, but you've never heard it, I'm sure. So this was written by my one-time bandmate, Jane Carey. We were together back in the 60s, and we're still really good friends today. And she and her family used to do their summer vacations up at Cape Cod. And I think it was around 1970 that she came back from her vacation with this song. It's called In the Cool of the Afternoon. In the cool of the afternoon, when all the boats are lined up on the shore, the wind and the sea are helping me beat out a song on my old guitar. Way down the beach, kids are playing in the sand. I hear music from a bluegrass band. Say to myself, I'm feeling alright as day becomes a night. Couples strolling hand in hand, making their way across the land without any care, or perhaps unaware of destroying great castles in the sand. I feel the warmth of a summer breeze. It seems to speak to me. Oh, it's a special thing, makes me wanna sing and play on my old guitar. In the cool of the afternoon, in the cool of the afternoon.
Nice.
Nice. Did you want to say anything else about that one, Frank?
Oh, just my compliments. Jane was a great songwriter. Actually, she might be a neighbor of yours. She lives up in Columbia, just off Harper's Farm Road.
What's her name again?
Her name is Jane Carey, and she lives on Harper's Farm Road, up in Columbia. So anyway, so she and I still get together about once a month to do a bluegrass jam together in Sandy Spring, Maryland. But
Awesome.
I can't get her to get out and do her stuff on an open mic. But yeah,
too bad. Nice. But cover is, it is a weird word, like doing a cover, because like I guess originally it was supposed to be like you cover up the original.
That's exactly what it was. You're trying to make some money on
Yeah,
it.
like overflowing the original by being, because I'm a more famous person, so I'm going to cover it up.
But it's not the cover part that bothered me. It's the original, because I was tempted to say one time, tonight I'm going to do one original song and one unoriginal one.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the best way to phrase it. Maybe just the song I wrote or a song someone else wrote.
Exactly. I wrote this one, and this one I didn't.
All right, Bill Palmer. How are you doing, Bill?
I'm good.
And you're playing, remind me where you're playing from?
Jekyll Island, Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
About this far from Florida, but we're not in Florida.
How hot is it there today?
Actually, we've been surprisingly moderate compared to the rest of the country.
Oh, that's good.
We've skated through so far, but of course, hurricane season. The first named storm just showed up last week or this week. So,
Oh boy. Are you any
Often.
near Charles Absher?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, he's a performer who plays Music Matters. But he plays.
Oh.
He's from Georgia.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I forget where in Georgia he is, but.
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyway,
So anyway.
what you got for us?
This is called the Boohoo Blues, and it's almost done with its evolution. It's sort of, I guess, a parody of music by overindulgent, sharing musicians that try to share their feelings too much sometimes, maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to make fun of myself. I'm going to share my feelings, I guess. And we'll see where it falls out, I guess. I got the manic from my mama, I got depression from my dad, I got the gloominess from my girlfriend and all those friends I never had. I got the boohoo blues. Have you heard the news yet? Well, now I think you might want 'em. I think you might like 'em. I think you might want 'em too. 'Cause nothing makes me feel better than dredging up my past about those girlfriends who left me and those jobs that did not last. Nothing feels sweeter than complaining about my life, whether it's politics, the weather, or complexities of life. I got the boohoo blues. It might be good for you too. And now I think you might want 'em. Well, I think you might like 'em. Well, I think you might want 'em too. Well, now. I'm gonna share all my sadness. It's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna load it all up and just dump it all on you. I tell you all my grief and all my sorrow too. I'm gonna load it all up and just dump it all on you. So I have those big old boo-hoos just like I do too. I think you might want 'em. Well, I think you might like 'em. I think you might want 'em too. Well, now I try to be happy, and that ain't bad. But there's a certain kind of cool to being real sad. People think it's odd if you're sad for a while. Some think it's clever and shows real style. Try the boo blues. I might be good for you too. Now, well, I think you might want 'em. I think you might like 'em. I think you might want 'em too. I got the manic from my mama, got depression from my dad, I got the gloominess from my girlfriend and all those friends I never had. I got the boohoo blues. Well, now have you heard that news? Yeah, now I think you might want 'em. Well, I think you might like 'em. Well, I think you might want 'em too.
Yeah, all right, Bill. Good stuff.
We all get them.
Awesome.
Yeah, but some people get them and want them to give them to other people. I swear.
Well, that's how
That's
you
what I have a
that's how
problem
you get rid of them.
Yeah, well, there is that. You can I have really sad songs that I sing because I really felt bad and they make me feel better, and I hope they don't make anybody else feel better. But there's a certain niche of songs.
Here,
I did listen to this interesting Hidden Brain podcast, and they were talking about how, like, you can use senses to sort of manipulate your mood, right? Like, so, like, let's say you're, people are kind of almost like self-medicating a little bit, right? Like you're in a break up, so you listen to a sad song to kind of like medicate yourself.
Oh, yeah. Endorphin bursts and all that kind of stuff from different kind of music. Sure.
Yeah, it was interesting stuff, because I never really thought of it that way. You're like kind of taking, like, instead of just sort of being sort of randomly feeling emotions, you're kind of have a deliberate control. Like you can put on a song that like helps you, steers your feelings. Like you want to feel pumped up, or you want to feel like, like let yourself be melancholy or whatever you want to do. It's right that you have the choice.
Musical medication. There's a whole song there.
Absolutely. But great song, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eric Law.
Hey, Joseph. Bill, that was a great song. I mean, one of the first story I wrote in college was about how happy I was finally free of my family, living in a dormitory and, free and all that. And then I didn't have any friends because I was too happy until I declared that I was depressed. And suddenly I have a slew of friends.
That's right.
So that song is
Nobody
really,
wants to be around the happy guy.
right. They don't want to be happy like me, So thank you for that song. I should write one like that. Yeah, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you for being here. So you're in California too. Do you bother Topher sometimes?
Not really.
California's a big place. I hear there's more than two people there.
If you live in Delaware or any of those little states, you don't understand California. Like Santa Rosa is like way up there, and I'm in Palm Spring area. I'm in a town called Rancho Mirage, where it's really, really hot now in June, and it will be for the next 2 months. So yeah. So, but anyway, there's a lot of wars going on, and I just realized there are generations of kids now that had never lived a day without a war going around, somewhere in the world. And so I was working on a song for a while now for Memorial Day. And so Memorial Day is come and gone, and I really liked the song. I finally finished it, so I didn't have much of a chance to sing it until next year, so I'm going to sing it now. Okay, so... the origin of
Unfortunately, that's going to be a song that you can sing all year round because it's always going to be relevant, sadly.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at. So Memorial Day originated after the Civil War. So. As we come to another end of May, without barbecue, cold beers and lemonade, I hear some people say that we are safe, all because our soldiers were so brave. That's why we have Memorial Day. After the patriotic songs are sung and the speeches of valor are said and done, thousands of stones still standing in the sun, casting long cold shadows as the sun goes down. All the flags and flowers can't turn around the tragedy of wars, putting soldiers in the ground. 16,000 soldiers in blue and gray were the first we came to commemorate. And year after year, from May to May, we got more names of soldiers to engrave, as Arlington is running out of space. After the patriotic songs are sung and the speeches of valor are said and done, thousands of stones still standing in the sun, casting long cold shadow as the sun goes down. All the flags and flowers can't turn around the tragedy of wars, putting soldiers in the ground. As we come to another end of May, we're together with friends to celebrate. We'll listen to the silence of those gone before, and we pledge to study war no more. And we'll work all year to end the wars. And maybe next year we'll make a toast on this day to a year without digging new soldiers' graves. And we will all can rise and proudly say, Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Wow.
Thank you.
You know, that's a subject that you could do and sound really trite, and that doesn't sound trite at all. That sounds really good. It's just a really good song.
You should hear the first version. That was really
Yeah, maybe not as good, huh?
Good for you for like working on it. And, like,
Yeah.
You had to apply a little trite away, huh?
That's right. If you spray it on and you don't rub it too hard, you know.
You know what I think that gets to for me too is like sort of like there's this gulf between like Memorial Day for people who've actually like experienced wars, and like Memorial Day for everybody having picnics. You know, it's like you know, Happy Memorial Day. It's like, well, if you're really but you're like, well, here's the reality behind that. You know, so
True
everybody
that.
need to really have a Happy Memorial Day. That's nice.
Yeah, and it is so odd to say Happy Memorial Day, and
Right.
I tell people not to say it, and then I said, but under what condition can we say Happy Memorial Day, right? And so I was trying to get to that last
Yeah,
line,
no,
Happy
that came
Memorial
through.
Day, and how do you get there, right? And so I think I was doing a Memorial Day concert, and I was researching, and I ended up singing all peace song. So there it is, you know. So thank you for listening.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I like that. I feel like that's an important subject, and like it's like hard sometimes to make a political subject also personal and relative, like emotional. Like I think somebody was just saying, like it's easy to make a song like that kind of be trite. I think Bill was saying, and you somehow like made it both personal. So I think that do you do that deliberately? Like, do you like kind of think of a way to take the subject and also make it more personal, or is that?
Yeah, I try to take the focus away from, and there's some way to do it is tell personal stories. So the one version has a veteran telling the story. That didn't work. And then I was trying to contrast the barbecue and the memorial, meaning of memorial Day. That didn't work. And then I finally focused on the gravestone and let the gravestone talk. And that's really what the song, when the song came to come to life, was what really paint the picture of the gravestones. And
So how many versions will you typically do of a song before you settle on a final version?
this was in the work for a whole year.
Wow.
So it's like 4 versions at least.
Okay, I have to go back to school.
Well, I think what you did, you didn't make it sentimental, or maybe the earlier versions were, but that's what is kind of the difficult thing about, because sometimes they seem schmaltzy and sentimental, those kinds of songs to me sometimes. But that just seemed, maybe it's more journalistic or something because you're just describing.
But I think like he was
yeah.
like angling it so many different ways that he stumbled
Yeah.
upon something that
You had different
resonated.
points of view or whatever, and it just seemed really fresh and real. Yeah.
Yeah, it was angry at one point, and it was ridiculing one point, and finally I settled on, what would the silence say? What would the stone say? And that's really where the center of the song came to be. And I also run two songwriting groups, so
Okay,
I
so that
pass them
helps, like,
through many
getting
times. So
Oh, really? So it gets pretty tough. Like,
Yeah.
oh
It's
yeah,
kinda-
they're tough. They said, well, that line didn't work. I said, I'm not losing Arlington's running out of space. No way, I'm not losing that line. Because, and so we fight over it. But the two groups are great. They're very different perspective, and so yeah,
what works for you? That's great.
yeah.
Good job, Mike Simpson. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hey,
You're
you
in the
talked about.
Northwest. Am I getting mixed up? I forget. Are you in California too? Is
I
everybody?
am. I'm in between the other two guys.
That's
Just south of Topher and north of
That's
Eric. So
okay. I'm gonna
Well,
like
it's,
just make a map of the United States. I'm gonna put all your faces on it, and like that'll be my new map. That'll
you
be
can do it
fun.
digitally, and then
I
when you
kinda
bring up
wanna
each
do that.
person, you can make their spot blank. And so you were talking about people who self-medicate with mood music. I just want to point out, before your people wrote that paper, it had already been covered
Yeah.
by Eric Wall a long time ago. I hadn't planned to play it today, but maybe I'll play it later if I can get it
Okay.
back in my hands real quickly. A song called "I Feel Like Hank Williams Tonight." Sort of the ultimate exposition of that tooling, so to speak. But for right now, I'm going to play a song, and you can all argue later, have a lovely debate over whether it's original at all or not, because I threw in an extra verse to this song, a little autobiographical verse. See if you can identify it. But it's a song by Tom Waits called "You Gotta Come On Up to the House." Well, the moon is broken and the sky is cracked. Come on up to the house. The only things that you can see is all that you lack. Come on up to the house. All your crying don't do no good. Come on up to the house. Come down off that cross. We can use the wood. Gotta come on up to the house. Gotta come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. Oh, the world is not my home. Yes, I'm just a passing through. Come on up to the house. There's no light in the tunnel, ain't no arms in the fire. Come on up to the house. And you sing and lead soprano in a junk man's choir. You gotta come on up to the house. Does life seem nasty, brutish and short? Come on up to the house. The seas are stormy and you can't find no port. Got to come on up to the house. When your brain is broken and it can't be fixed, come on up to the house. Your heart beats out of time and your memory plays tricks. Gotta come on up to the house. Oh, come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. Come on up to the house. Well, there's nothing in this world that you can do. You gotta come on up to the house. And you've been whooped by the forces that are inside you. Gotta come on up to the house. Well, you're high on top of your mountain of woe. You gotta come on up to the house. Well, you know you should surrender, but you can't let it go. Gotta come on up to the house. Oh, come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. This world is not my home, I'm just passing through. Gotta come on up. Come on up. You gotta come on up. Gotta come on up. You gotta come on up to the house.
I love that one. I love your.
Love that song. Wonderful song.
That's great.
We're gonna keep using the cover. I love your cover of that. That's so good. I noticed a few things, but one is like on your guitar work, it seemed like kind of like bluesy, picking more toward the beginning, and then more emotional, like chordal stuff toward the end. Am I totally off on that, or?
No, that's in fact the intent. Yes.
That worked really well.
You know, generally speaking, old friend of mine used to say that every song you should be playing louder at the end than you are at the beginning, because you know the audience doesn't want to sit there and watch you roll downhill. They want to hear you climb the mountain. You know?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And that's just such an inviting part to like sing along on. I was definitely singing along with you, even though.
Oh yeah. Well, if you've ever seen Tom in concert, the crowd goes crazy on that song on the choruses. Harmony.
Yeah, there's something so emotional about, like, come on over, it's just such a, like, comforting feeling of, like, yeah. Nice.
That, and if you have a crowd that hasn't heard the song that much before, a lot of times the Get Down Off the Cross, We Need the Woodline gets laughter, It's always nice when your humor is recognized by the audience.
Oh, is that where that came from originally? Like, I've heard that before, but I hadn't heard it. I didn't know it came from a song.
Well, who knows?
Yeah, well, of course, I know it's original to Tom. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. I got to go play with my muffins.
TMI.
Yeah, a little too much there, Tom.
Oh, boy. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How is things going?
Oh, pretty good.
Rebecca is another friend who I get to see, I get the treat of seeing in person from time to time at some of these open mics. And thanks for making the time. I know you've been playing up and down and around all over the place, so I appreciate you making the time for us.
Thank you. Well, it's nice to be here. It's just nice to not have to go anywhere to play.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in this chair
there is
inside
that,
in
right?
like lounge clothes. I'll take it, especially on a day like today. But anyways, always nice to be here, Joe. Thank you. Okay, well, this is a relatively new song called Untitled Prayer. I'm so grateful for the trees, 'cause even when I'm stripped beneath my roots, they still climb and tower towards the sky with the sort of faith I never thought I'd lose. Don't know what I'd do without the breeze, reminding me that I can breathe. Sweeps across my face so tenderly, holding me, stable and enduring, like the way I love you. It's why I keep returning over and over and over. Is it over? I wish I knew, but for now I'll keep hugging trees, pretending that it's you. Every night I'll pray to empty space, place my hope back on the shelf, deconstruct the damage that's been done, tuck myself back inside my shell, 'cause it's more stable and enduring to pretend that I don't love you. And it's why I'll keep returning over and over and over. Is it over? I wish I knew, but for now I'll keep hugging trees and pretending that you're not everywhere, but you're in everything, 'cause I want you there. Do you wanna be stable and enduring? 'Cause that's how I want to love you. And it's why I'll keep returning over and over and over. I just wish I knew how long I'll have to keep hugging trees when I really want is you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Marvelous.
Can you tell us a little more about writing that one?
Sure. I was at a gig actually, and I was swapping off back and forth with a colleague of mine, and I was sitting there. This is shocking for a creative songwriting type, but I was sitting off to the side feeling sad about some things. I'm sure that's never happened to anyone in this Zoom meeting. And I was like, oh, I feel so devastated, I feel so lonely. And I was looking across the street at literally a tree, and I really I've always liked gazing at trees, taking pictures of trees. Like trees are so cool and interesting. So I was looking at the tree and the line of I'm so grateful for the trees, because even when I'm stripped beneath my roots, they still tower to the sky. And it was the tree has my back. Everything else in my life might be falling apart, but these trees keep growing. And then it made me think about the breeze, and I take a lot of solace in in nature and the fact that it's just there. Sort of like how, I don't think time actually heals all wounds, but it sort of so insistently marches forward that eventually you can't help but move on. And there's something to like that natural existence and rhythm, whether it be of a tree or the breeze or time, that keeps me grounded in hope that I'm going to be okay. So it just sort of came from there, and then it made me think about like how the situation I was writing the song about was sort of this craving or ask for someone to love me in the stable way like a tree is stable. And thinking about like how I bring that forward and I want that in this relationship, and it's sort of wondering like, can that person meet me there? So it sort of became like a musing on like the fact that I'll always be okay because these things exist, and also like, hey, this is how I want to show up, and I hope that you're ready to show up for me like that too.
I like that a lot. Yeah, that's beautiful. I feel like that nature is like can be such a source of, and like a lot of people, or a lot of times it's like sort of like we're taking it for granted. We're rushing past all this beautiful nature, like all these trees and these, there may be a beautiful river, and we just sort of like rush by it, but it's like this resource that's right there. It's free. It's beautiful. It's healing, and so I appreciate that line of logic. I just feel like when I do take the time to really look at nature as much as I can focus on it, it always makes me feel so much happier. And so
I think too, like people are so imperfect, and that's okay. Like me too, but there's something like very organized and instructive about the existence of nature. And I find a lot of times I can like spot my lackings in the way that things in nature behave. And so it's just sort of like an interesting contrast between like the way that humans are, we can be so inconsistent and damaging and unsteadfast and all of that. And like clouds still show up in the sky, stars still shine even when things are hard. Like there's just so many lessons I think there. Anyways.
Yeah.
These are the things
like,
that I think about.
Sometimes
in my
I feel like
musings.
my dog could be like my teacher, because
Totally. It's like that's even like the everlasting love of a dog. Like
Right.
there's so many things that you can draw from, at least that I find very instructive. I think that's part of my biggest teacher. So.
It's kind of not fair. Nature's had millions of years to figure it out. We're kind
That's
of
true.
just here
We've
for
had a
a
lot
for a
less
blink of an
time.
eye, right?
So maybe we have a big excuse, but like
I'm copping to the excuse.
yeah, I like that.
My evolution ate my homework.
That's right. Give me another couple million years and I'll get my shit together.
I think I'll do my kintsugi song. Some of you probably, maybe some of you have heard this, and maybe some of you haven't. And I'm sure you know the beautiful tradition of kintsugi, but maybe somebody doesn't know it. And it's when you take a broken piece of pottery and solder it up with gold, highlighting the flaws in it. And I think it's such a beautiful tradition because I feel like, oops, somebody's got me. Mike, I think, I got you, Mike. Okay, it's such a beautiful tradition because, to me, it resonates in so many ways because I think that, like, we all have imperfections, and we can choose to sort of live in shame of them, or lean into them and make her a strength. And I think there's like only one way to go with that, and that's to lean into it and make it a strength. Like my personal struggle was with anger management, and I could just like pretend that never happened, and like that period of my life never existed, or I can acknowledge it and say, hey, this is something that I've learned to deal with, and using music and yoga and walking out in nature and figuring out ways to manage my emotions. And I choose to do that and make it my strength and my superpower rather than my shame. threw it against the wall in anger. The day I pushed you away, left it there in 1,000 broken pieces. There in the dark to stay. Oh, you broken thing, mistakes I've hidden away, but these precious scars are who we are, so bring them into the light of day. Heard about the art of kintsugi, making broken things whole. So I took these broken pieces, soldered them up with gold. Oh, you broken thing, mistakes I've hidden away, but these precious scars are who we are, so bring them into the light of day. All of these mess ups, all of these tears, in the end they led me here. All these mistakes are what make you you. Embrace them, your life will always be true. Now plastic bowl looks so perfect, immaculate but fake. Though I am imperfect, I won't hide myself away. Pottery, yoga, therapy, medication, meditation, exercise, using whatever tool I can think of to put the gold back in my life. Oh, you broken thing, mistakes I've hidden away, but these precious scars are who we are, so bring them into the light.
All right, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Lovely song.
And Ramsey.
Okay. Well, this one is autobiographical, but it goes back a long, long time. I think the encouragement, I was in a songwriting workshop and I was working on this song, and the encouragement of the day or whatever it was diabolical. That was the word. So this is a person who was, in my view, rather dangerous in that he could recite poetry to the women that he was trying to interest. And that's a pretty dangerous combination. So I made it a little more dangerous than it probably was, but nonetheless. And he also was one of these people who kind of lived on the edge, and so there's a little bit of wryness about his behavior in here. It's called 3 Times a Night. You hear it all right? I always wake up 3 times a night, 3 times a night. First time when I turn inside, I hear the blue jays scream for day. You've gone away, you've gone away. In dreams I find the other you, honest heart, the moon and you. Fireflies bright as runway lights, you said you'd try the simple life. The second time because your poems, your sweet poems, go round my head like demons. I fell hard for witty wordplay. You've gone away, you've gone away. La 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 la. The third time waking's worst of all, worst of all. Tangled in nets you hold. Was I your catch, too small to save? You threw me away, threw me away. You always follow your ambition. You'll find fame or maybe prison. I would have loved you wrong or right, and so I wait 3 times a night. I always wake up 3 times a night, 3 times a night. First time when I turn inside, I hear the blue jays scream for day. You've gone away, you've gone away. You've gone away, you've gone away.
Beautiful, Anne. Thank you so much.
Lovely picking.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice playing, Ann.
So that's going up as a single August the 1st
Very good.
with an accordion no less.
I could hear that, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be real sort of Edith Piaf kind of.
You have a good lawyer, right?
Great job, Ann. Speaking of someone who needs a good lawyer, Topher Gad.
I don't have a lawyer at all. Well, there's an old guy at the bar over there. He's seen everything, I think. He likes to give everybody advice. He thinks he knows a lot about women, and he likes to make sure you do too. Well, he's been married 3, 4, 5, 6 times, I don't know. Anyway, one time I was sitting there having a beer. I was learning from the master. And he gave me some advice that I think makes a lot of sense. I was a little bit surprised, to be honest, that it made any sense at all, but I thought I'd share it with you here. Well, the first gal I called honey, she was as pretty as she could be. She had lots and lots of money, was sweet as sugar to me. I wanted to marry that woman, you know, she went right to my head. I was about to pop the question, but I remembered what he said. Before you marry that woman, take a look at her mom. Take a look into the future at what she might become. Well, I went to meet her family, you know, they treated me mighty fine. Her daddy gave me brandy, her brother gave me wine. I was feeling pretty happy, it was getting kinda high. When they trotted out the mommy, she was ugly, my oh my. Before you marry that woman, take a look at her mom. Take a look into the future at what she might become. Well, the next gal looked so good, you know, I had to ask her out. I got her in the mood, 'cause that's what it's all about. So I went to meet her family, what a pretty mom she had. I asked her if she'd marry me, she said, no way, I saw your dad. Before you marry that fella, get a look at his dad. Take a look into the future, 'cause it might be kinda bad. Before you marry that woman, get a look at her mom. Take a look into the future at what she might become.
Oh, awesome.
Great twists on that little song.
Over the master of political correctness.
I love that, Topher. Hilarious. Well, I told you you needed a good lawyer. Nice job.
Well, I don't think that applies universally.
Probably.
My wife and I are
Hopefully
my wife and I are coming up on 51 years together.
Good, that's
Married.
good. We had 46 the other night, so
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, and
to you as well.
and if I had taken that advice, it never would have happened.
Yeah, you got to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, yeah. And
In fact, sometimes it might be better not to know, right?
exactly.
But it still makes a damn good song.
And sort of along those lines, so this is an original song which I did write. And I wrote this back, I know it's somewhere between mid-70s and 1980, because it was after my wife and I were married, but before we had kids, because I wrote this on a camping trip, and that was the only time we went camping. We never went camping again after we had kids. And it's another summer song. It was a very warm day. This is called Summer Days, Summer Nights. Summer days and it feels like I'm living in an oven. Must be 120 in the shade. All day long I think about my lover, and I just can't wait to see that old sun fade. Summer nights make me feel so alive. See that heat, lightning flashing in the distant sky. We're making love while the thunderstorm wells up outside. Two
bodies melt right into one. On summer nights, summer days, and it's almost more than I can take. I might go insane if I can't get out of this heat. I can't get out, I can't get out, I can't get out. So all day long I just dream about my lover, and I just can't wait to see that old sun fade. 'Cause summer nights make me feel so alive. See the heat, lightning flashing in the distant sky, making love while the thunderstorm wells up outside. Two bodies melt right into one. On summer nights.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, also a special shout out to a man who's been cheering us all on. Eric Danowski over on YouTube has been lauding you guys' praises. So thank you, Eric, for listening and tuning in. And great job, Frank. That was awesome.
And the only other thing I wanted to say about that is that unlike some songs like the one that Eric mentioned that took a year to write, that was one of those magical songs that was pretty much written in like 20 or 30 minutes.
Nice, nice. Yeah. I love that. Yep. Great job. All right. Yes. I think I did that right. Okay. Bill Palmer.
Hey. This song written, actually, it is an original by somebody I know, so I don't know if that counts as, I think it's a cover. And the premise is science fiction, I think, a few hints of the subject. And if you invent one of these things, then a high percentage of the movies made after you invent one of these things, you try to do something else. There's a thing that you have to do once you have one of these machines. Well, if I had a time machine, I set it for Munich in 1919, 'cause I want to kill Hitler. That's what must be done. Yeah, well, I want to kill Hitler, just like everyone. Don't want to kill no Hitler with a diaper rash. I'm gonna wait till he has that little mustache, 'cause I want to kill Hitler when he's got a chance to run. Ah, yeah, well, I want to kill Hitler, just like everyone. Well, now late at night, well, I watch the TV. Well, the History Channel is all that I see, 'cause they're always trying to kill Hitler. They just can't seem to get it done. Ah, yeah, well, they want to kill Hitler, bless their hearts, just like everyone. Well, if you want to kill Hitler after you're dead, well, don't go to hell, go to heaven instead, 'cause they'll let you kill Hitler with a big angelic gun. Ah, yeah, well, they know you want to kill Hitler real bad, just like everyone. Well, now there are Nazis in the White House, there's Nazis in the news, it's enough to give a guy the kill Hitler blues. Well, I want to kill Hitler, but I thought that war was won. Ah, yeah, well, I want to kill Hitler, just like everyone. Well, I want to kill Hitler, yeah. Well, I want to kill Hitler, yeah. I want to kill Hitler, yeah. Well, I want to kill the Hitler, yeah. Well, you can't kill Hitler, he already died. But I learned we all have a little Hitler inside, so we can all kill Hitler. That's good news. Well, don't that sound like fun? Oh yeah, well, we can all kill a little Hitler every day inside of everyone. Oh yeah. Well, you can't kill the Hitler, well, he already died. So I learned we all have a little Hitler inside. Good news, we can all kill Hitler all the time. That does sound like fun. Ah, yeah, we can kill little Hitler every day inside of everyone. Well, we can all kill little Hitler every day inside of everyone. I want to kill that little Hitler inside of everyone.
Bill, not only do you have a number of great songs, but none of your
that's
songs...
not mine.
Oh,
that's
that
not mine. That is Andy Carnes. That is
Oh,
Andy
okay.
Carnes' song.
I was
will
going to
not
say,
steal it
like,
from
none
him.
of your songs are anything like the last one. Like, your stuff is very diverse.
I had to learn that one because it just floored me when he first played it. It took a year for me to, kind of get to where I wanted to play it. But then after I played it, be careful. It is kind of a earworm.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. I sent it to my sister. She goes, that's a kind of a song about killing, but I feel so much better after I listen to it.
Yeah, it's kind of
So
like
it
a
is
love song, but like going the opposite
It's
direction.
kind of a dark thing because it's like I really like killing.
And you have to be really careful about the tendency one might have, hypothetically.
I don't know what you're
replace
talking about,
Hitler's name with another name.
No, I don't.
Actually, out loud.
Conceivable. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I've got to go now.
I'm not sure I
do
do
not
either.
condone it.
Legally.
And to anyone listening, this is...
Thanks, guys. Thanks a
And
lot.
this is being recorded, right?
That being said, I've had 2 opportunities to play this at a live open mic, and I've chickened out both times.
Yeah. I
But I think that what really make the song palatable to almost everyone is the last part of it, that we got a little Hitler in ourselves. I think that's ingenious.
Yeah,
That
I think that
putting
is-
back
that-
in yourself, you're not attacking anybody. You gotta
Kill the Hitler
it's
inside.
wonderful.
Well, that and the History Channel always wanted to kill Hitler. That's really true. I used to call it the Hitler Channel, and that's way before the song was written.
That's pretty funny. All right. Well, speaking, I think it's Eric's turn. Take it away, Mr. Law. You just muted yourself.
Hey, thank you for that, Bill. So I'm going to do a song about what you can do now. I mean, people are so paralyzed these days and afraid to talk about things, and don't know when the next attack's going to come, physically and mentally these days. If you live in California and you don't look like, certain type, I could be taken away. They did that in World War II, by the way. But this is a song, I mean, ever since the beginning of the year, I've been writing songs that had take on a different tone. And this is one of those, so see what you think. and I'm trying to reclaim the phrase right here, right now, and not make it trite. So here we go. In this world, there's so much grief and so much anger and disbelief. I'm a dreamer, but not naive. Tell me how and where we can find relief. Right here, right now. We can listen to each other, that's how. Despite our fears, we can share a little deeper and be each other's keeper right here. Right now. Whatever was said or done, whatever you had lost or won, above the smoke there's still the sun, and there's so much healing yet to be done. Right here, right now. We can listen to each other, that's how. Despite our fears, we can share a little deeper and be each other's keeper right here. Right now. Behind the hate, there's a curious child. Behind the wrong, there's a will to reconcile. Behind the god of fists, there's a beating heart. It's the rhythm of humanity, of which we are a part. And that's where the healing starts. Right here, right now. We can give a little mercy, that's how. Despite our fears, we can learn again to trust us, to work for peace and justice right here. Right now, right here, right now.
Oh man, I love that. Not tried at all.
Thanks.
Such a, we live in the moment, so like this is where we exist. We're not going to exist in tomorrow or yesterday, So I think it's such a, like you can feel powerless, but you're right. Like every moment is an opportunity to be kind or to, be thoughtful or to be present. I love that. Great job, Eric.
Yeah, and there's so much. I mean, we only need to look around. There's things people can do, which you can kind of see happening right now with the weekend of protests these days. So it's nice to there's hope, but there's also training you can get from learning how to talk to each other. Which is I'm a part of a group called Braver Angels that actually teaches people how to talk to each other across our differences without killing each other.
What's the number one takeaway from that group? That would you say?
Braver Angels started in the basement in 2016, When the group of people say, we don't talk to each other anymore, and so we would bring together 5 conservative composer, songwriter, and 5 liberal, and we would lock ourselves in a room, and we would pick a topic that we disagree on, and we would actually write a song.
Wow.
And it's really quite an experience. If you had not gone through anything like that, one day I will bring some of those songs in. And they're not just like we're all, one humanity. Can we just get along kind of song? Really get at the issue, but with a different perspective. I mean, we know we're not going to get the extreme, right? But it's the middle that you really need to carry the day, and we need to listen to each other. So. Anyway, but I have a new album coming up probably end of summer, and you will be able to find it in Here Now. My website is in the chat. So so that's all issue songs. You know me, right? But now I sing about issues.
But you make them personal too and relevant, so it's nice. It doesn't feel. I don't feel like lectured to or something. I feel like it's very very well done. Yeah, I think like one thing my kind of takeaway is like that sometimes it's good to ask questions. Like a lot of my songs, I'm asking questions, because I think like a lot of times, like when people are entrenched in a position, but then like if you sort of ask them about that and they start to think about it at a sort of more deeper level, then because we really don't really know as much as we think we do about any issue. And like when, like you start to like have to explain, well, I believe this, well, how does that work exactly? Then sometimes people can come to the realization that there's more to it than they realized.
And that's step 2.
Okay.
Where you really truly listen and then you ask questions. Where did you learn that from? How did you get that info?
That came from a Hidden Brain podcast.
Right. Yeah. So if they keep quoting Fox News or CNN, then okay, is there other source? I mean, just
right.
Just
or
really
like, how does
open
that work
up the
exactly? Right. Like, oh, why they can just come through the front door? Okay, well, how exactly do they come through the front door?
And my involvement with that group helped me write songs that, like you said, you picked it up. I wasn't preaching. I was just getting people to say, "Hey, can we just do this?"
Right.
Anyway, so
that's amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you, Eric. Mike Simpson.
Joseph, you don't need to whisper my name, and if you say it 3 times, I won't appear. Which is
Welcome to the virtual stage, the one, the only, Mr. Mike Simpson.
Yay! Okay. I decided not to do the wall song today. I was looking at it as I was going, and I decided to go with my original choice. This is not an original. This is by a vastly under-listened to songwriter named Anne Lister from Wales, and I first encountered her music through a friend and teacher of mine who is no relation to me, named Martin Simpson, and I do it more like him than I do like her, but she's really, really worth listening to for any songwriter. Well, I never wanted to fly high. I was too fond of walking. Then you said that you touched the sky. I thought that was a way of talking. Then you said that you'd built some wings. You knew just how it could be done. But I was doubtful of everything. I never thought that you'd reach the sun. Well, you were so clever with your hands. I watched you hours with the glue and the rubber band, with feathers and lace and flowers. The finished wings, they gleam so bright, like some bird of glory. I began to envy you, your flight, like some old hero story. You tried to get me to go with you. You tried always to dare me, but I looked at the sky so blue, and I said the height would scare me, but I carried your wings for you, all up the path to the cliff face, kissed you goodbye and watched your eyes, already bright with sunlight. Well, it was so fine at the start to watch you soaring higher. There was a pain deep in my heart. The wings seemed tipped with fire, like some seagull or a lark, rising up forever, like some ember or some spark, rising from earth to heaven. Then I believed you had reached the sun. I believed all that you told me, do a thing no one had ever done. You touched the stars to please me, then I watched the white wings fail, saw the feathers falter, watched you fall like a ball of gold into the wide green water. Some are born to fly high, some are born to follow, some are born to reach the sky, some to walk in the hollow. But as I watched your body fall, I knew really you had won, for your grave was not the earth, but the reflection of the sun. I never wanted to fly high.
Stunning.
Beautiful song. What's her name again?
Of the song's name is Icarus. The author's name is Anne, A-N-N-E, Lister, like the first part of the mouthwash.
You have to tell us what the tuning is.
What's that?
What's the tuning?
Drop D.
Thanks.
I love that, Mike. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. You always get into that zone and you transport me right there. So appreciate it.
Well, blame
Take
Anne.
me back to learning about Greek mythology when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yep.
Rebecca Berlin.
Okay. Hello.
Hi,
again.
Rebecca.
Hi. All right. This is a new song too. I think I wrote it like a couple weeks ago. Frank was mentioning his fast song that he wrote. This was sort of like that for me too. It was like I wasn't expecting. I actually needed to be practicing for something else. And I made the mistake of diverting my attention, and a song came out. And I mean, I'm okay with the result, but it was sort of like, there goes my practice time. Again, I'm sure no one has ever experienced this before. Yeah, okay, this song is called, I think I'm going to call it Years Ago. out with sleeping pills, turning my face away when you tried to kiss me goodnight. But I miss knowing you thought I was beautiful, and I miss hearing the words I love you. So here it is, the evidence that I'm nothing more than an average girl, chasing fairy tales, even though I swore off that bullshit years ago. I don't miss walking on glass, hoping the floor wouldn't break, fragmenting myself into pieces I thought you could take. I used to wish there was space for all of me, but I'm too much and yet not enough for anybody. So here it is, the evidence I'd be better off as an average girl, chasing fairy tales, even though I swore off that bullshit years ago. I always knew I was damaged goods, this proves it. Guess I had you fooled, 'cause you thought when I left you were losing. So here it is, the evidence that I am nothing more than a broken girl, chasing happiness, even though I swore off that bullshit years ago. Yeah, I swore off that bullshit years ago.
Whoa.
Very fine, Rebecca.
Thank you.
Do you want to say anything more about that one?
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe I will say this. So I'm in the process of. I've been threatening to release an album for a couple years now. It is coming down the pipeline, and it's more traditional, like singer-songwriter stuff, and it has like sort of a narrative. It's called Questions and Answers, and it's questions I asked myself and sort of answers I came to in that exploration. But my next project, which I've almost completely written in the interim of trying to get this other thing done, is going to be more. Yeah, never happens to anyone. It's going to be more of like, not a musical per se, but sort of more in that style, whether it be a song cycle, something like that, because it does tell sort of a specific story that's mine, but for the sake of the living who are still here, I'm going to make it sort of like a blend of my own story and then some other fictional elements, so that
Sure.
it is okay to put out there without it being too exposing, because I have no problem exposing myself, but
I
with
get it,
music,
yeah.
let's be clear, with music
You need plausible
but-
deniability.
yeah, it just sort of feels it's a little too raw to just be like, this is from the pages of my life, even though everyone who knows me will know it's from the pages of my life. But I'm trying to figure out a way to weave it into a more theatrical thing. So anyways, I think this is going to be a part of that collection, if you will.
Sort of a little bit like your thought process, almost like a think aloud as a song or something. You know.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So,
Love it. Great job.
thank you.
Oh man, this is good. How did I find you people? Thank you for being part, for coming back, and I hope you all sign up for another one. We're starting the third and final round, so whatever song you want to close with. And what song do I want to close with? I think I'm going to do this one. This is actually a pretty old one. I remember where I wrote this. I wrote this in College Park, Maryland, sitting under a big oak tree. It's evolved over the years, but I had just listened to this story on NPR, and they were interviewing this woman who had lost a child, and she was saying how, like, when people would try to say, well, it's because of X or it's because of Y, it just sounded like completely trite and off-putting to her. But in the same hand, there was something about asking the question of why these things happen that she didn't like the answers, but she liked the question, and that's sort of where this song came from. So I went on to every ocean, I walked every shoreline, on every beach. No, I went searching for, sorry. I went searching for the answers. On every beach, on every shore. I went and asked the empty shells. Man, I'm messing the lyrics up, sorry. I'm gonna try this again. So I went searching for the answers. On every beach, on every land. I went and asked the empty shells. But they were only full of sand. I'd ask them why children die. I'd ask them why side. I'd ask them why. So I went and asked the mountains. But they wouldn't say a thing. Still I felt there was an answer echoed my questioning, as if to say, it's the question why that makes us strive. It's the question why makes us feel alive. It's the question why. So I went and asked the moon, but she wouldn't say a thing. Still I felt there was an answer. The way she shined on everything. As if to say, don't ask me why. Only shine. Don't ask me why. Only shine. Shine with all your magic, all your might. Shine with all your light. Open up your sails and catch the wind. Live your life with a capital L. Live your life and live it well. Open up your sail and catch the wind. Catch the wind. Catch the wind. Don't forget to shine. Don't forget to shine. Don't forget to shine. Don't forget to shine. Don't forget to shine.
I like that. I like the guitar part, especially. It's really nice.
Oh, thank you so much.
The melody.
Appreciate it.
I think it's interesting. Sometimes you were really doing so extremely well with the beginning of the instrumental. Sometimes I find that when you really get focused on that, and then I've had it happen, I just totally blank on the lyrics. It's just
Right.
that has actually somehow shut off that part of my brain. It doesn't work anymore.
That's
Bill,
interesting.
it happens
yeah.
to me every time.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, it used to be I never played and could sing at the same time. I used to play piano, and I still can't sing when I play piano for some reason. But a lot of it's improvisational, and I'll really get into it. And I'll get up, and somebody will talk to me, and I can't talk.
Right.
I literally have like a speaking malfunction where that circuitry is not working very well. It takes about 20 minutes for it to come back.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
But that's
I have
kind of
the
what I
same-
saw happen there.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
have the same problem natively, and what I do to correct it is when I'm rehearsing the song, I will either sing the instrumental lines that I'm playing, or I'll scat through the instrumental lines that I'm playing.
Connect
and
them
that
together
seems
that
to
way.
retain the part of my brain that's saying, oh yeah, we got to play and sing at the same time.
I know. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been in the middle. I'm really grooving on this break, and I come out of the break. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I get to the last chord and I forget what key I'm in, and I just throw in some random chord and it's awful.
Well, that's what you get for changing keys.
No, I don't know what key I'm in at any given moment. So.
Yeah, that's funny. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. And Ramsey.
Hi. Wow. Yeah, I was kind of lost in that one. That was really nice. So I'm going to play you the title track to this album that I keep talking about. And this actually is out as a single right now, so I'll put the link to it. It has a lyric video on YouTube as well. I'll put the link to it. It's a little complicated. It takes place in the 16th century in Ireland when they were fighting against, the Irish were fighting against the Tudors, who were trying to take over Ireland kind of province by province. And they started with Munster, which was the southwest, and they just obliterated it. I read about it and saw stuff about it when I went to Ireland, and there was one word that caught my eye, the word galloglass, which I just thought was a great word, and it turns out to mean mercenary. It was sort of a mangled Gaelic word, but there were a lot of Scots and some other Nordic people who came over to try to help the Irish, and they called them galloglass. They were the mercenaries. So I made up a love story. The battles are all true, but the love story I made up. So this is Galloglass.
Beautiful.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
Very nice, Ann Ramsey. Nice to hear somebody sing about the Gaelic.
Hear about the what?
The Gaelic, Galaglass in Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm muted.
Joseph, you need to hit your Wii unmute.
Yeah, but I thought you guys knew lip reading. I mean, come on, that button is really far away. Sorry. Eric had to some family emergency stuff he had to deal with. So just to give you a heads up, Mike, you're going to be it's going to be some advanced mathematics. It's going to be 5-7.
I'm after Bill Palmer. Yeah.
You got it. Exactly. Okay. And I will really mute this time and let Topher play.
When I met you, I knew you were the one. When I met you, I knew you were the one. Such a pretty sight, your earrings flashing bright. When I met you, I knew you were the one. I made an excuse to get close to you. I made an excuse to get close to you. You smiled at me, your gold tooth glittering provocatively. I made an excuse to get close to you. You can whistle with me if you like. Your necklace flashed as it went into my bag. Your bracelets flashed as they went into my bag. I smiled at you as I took your earrings too. Your gold tooth flashed as it went into my bag. I turned, I ran, I climbed a fence. I fell, I yelled, rode in an ambulance. And now I dream of you all night in my cell. I dream of you all night in my damp, disgusting cell. The perfect snatch, but there's always a catch. And now I dream of you all night in my cell. When I met you, I knew you were the one. I knew you were
was lovely.
Is that a true story?
No,
Maybe
my
for
songs
somebody
are very
somewhere.
rarely true stories.
If one ever is, he's not going to tell us.
That's right. That's a great song. I love
Wonderful
it.
job, Topher. I enjoy your music immensely.
Yeah, so do I, and I've had to go after Topher a couple of times here.
Well, I have to go after Rebecca, so.
Yeah. All right, so continuing on my summer themes. This is an original song that I did not write. It was written by Ray Davies back in the mid-1960s, and I was thinking about it a minute ago. And I think it's thematically similar to what Rebecca was saying about taking solace in nature. You know, life is really crappy, but I got this sunny afternoon. My God,
The tax man's taken all my dough and left me in my stately home, blazing on this sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht, he's taken everything I've got. All I've got's this sunny afternoon. Save me, save me, save me from this squeeze. I got a big fat mama trying to break me, and I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, my girlfriend's run off with my car and gone back to her ma and pa, telling tales of drunkenness and cruelty. Now I'm sitting here, sipping on my ice cold beer, lazing on this sunny afternoon. Help me, help me, help me sail away. Or give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, oh help me, help me, help me sail away. Or give me 2 good reasons why I ought to stay. 'Cause I love to live so pleasantly, live this life of luxury, lazing on a sunny afternoon. In the summertime, in the summertime.
Nailed it.
Oh, yeah.
screwed it up at the first line, but yeah.
Oh man, that was great. I love
Yeah.
their strumming technique on that, and the vocals and the sounds. That was great.
I'm a big fan of Ray Davies. I think he's written some magnificent stuff, and a lot of it was really not appreciated because they sort of started off as this kind of grungy sounding band,
Yeah.
and then Ray Davies started writing more,
Yeah, I've always enjoyed his work.
well, just different sort of music, and they fell out of favor. But some of it is just so great.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about your guitar work there. Like it sounded like you were doing some like a bass line kind of while you were playing the chords a bit. Like on the end of it, on the ending, like you were kind of maybe I guess just the way the chords are, it sort of formed a bass.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a run on a D minor, so it's. And then it switches to an A.
Yeah, it's a well constructed song. And
Yeah,
you did a
yeah.
great version of it.
It's a lot of fun to play too. Yeah.
D minor.
He's a real rangy
chord of
singer
all.
too.
Yeah.
Bill Palmer.
Okay, let's see. There's a little reverb added here, but it should be all right. Joseph mentioned earlier that it's hard to know what kind of song I'm going to play, so this is going to be another different kind of song. And I've been trying to come up with a genre, so I'm going to call this country and eastern beach swamp music.
Oh, not another one of those. Oh.
Yeah, I know. There's so much of that out there now. I mean, it's kind of trite, right? Sun in the sky, scatters diamonds in the sea. There's birds flying round, they don't know where to be. The boats on the rim are too small to see. The waves rolling in, dissolving on the beach. Where you gonna be now? What you gonna say? What you gonna do when your dreams come true? Lightning in the sky and the wind begins to blow. There's thunder in your ears from dreams long ago. The memories on the waves, the current makes them flow. The tide's going out, the evening skies are glow now. Where you gonna be, what you gonna say, what you gonna do when your dreams come true? Lightning in the sky and the wind begins to blow. There's thunder in your ears from dreams long ago. Memories on the edge, the current makes them flow. The tide's going out, the evening skies aglow. Where you gonna be, what you gonna say, what you gonna do when your dreams come true, when your dreams come true.
Awesome, Bill.
Sort of an unintended instrumental part because exactly what I described to you happened in the middle of that song.
Love it.
That's a lot of fun to play along with, Bill.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice little. I enjoy playing. It makes me. Well, I live in a beach area, so I have the access immediately to the beach and to the marsh and the swamp. So I walked over to the beach one day and said, this song had the instrumental had been written for a while, but then I had to go look at some beachy stuff, and it helped a lot.
That's cool. You sort of have almost that Brazilian guitar style a little bit. It's very
Yeah.
nice. Soft
Really
touch.
nice.
Mike Simpson, formerly number 7, now known as number 6.
I'm number 6. I'm not number 6. I am a free man. All right.
What are you going to
well,
do for your last one, Mike?
back into my wheelhouse where keys may exist, but they wander. Get my hand alive here. When Sunny gets blue, her eyes get gray and cloudy. Then the rain begins to fall. Pitter patter, pitter patter. Love is gone, but what can matter? No sweet love a man comes to call. Sunny gets blue, she breathes a sigh of sadness, like the wind that stirs the trees, wind that sets the leaves to swaying, like some violins are playing, weird and haunting melodies. People used to love to hear her laugh, see her smile. That's how she got her name. Since that sad affair, she's lost her smile, changed her style. Somehow she's not the same, but memories will fade and pretty dreams will rise up where other dreams fell through. Hurry, new love, hurry, dear, to kiss away each lonely tear and hold her near when Sunny gets blue. People used to love to hear her laugh, see her smile. That's how she got her name. Since that sad affair, she's lost her smile, changed her style. Somehow she's not the same. Memories will fade and pretty dreams will rise up where her other dreams fell through. Hurry, new love, hurry, dear, kiss away each lonely tear and hold her near when Sunny gets
That is so nice,
Very
Mike. Thank you
nice.
so much.
Sweet.
All right, Rebecca, you get the final word for the afternoon, morning, whatever time zone. I'm confused by time zones. It is for you.
Well, I do like getting the last word, so I guess, this is my non-confrontational opportunity to do that. All right, this song, there's a really cool project that happens in this area. I think it's not just this area, but the person in this area is this woman, Suzanne, called the Acoustic Guitar Project, and you get this guitar for a week, and you have to write a song within the span of the week, and then record a little video talking about the process of the song, and it gets posted, and then there's a show with everyone who's part of that cycle. I think ours is going to be in November. So anyways, all that to say, this was my Acoustic Guitar Project song. And it sort of came to being because I was practicing a cover song of the Incubus song, Pardon Me While I Burst, and I was having fun with that, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to use these chords in a way but repurpose them. So anyways, it is called No, so it's sort of funny. It's like N apostrophe K, K, parentheses N-O, close parentheses W. So it's both no N-O and no K-N-O-W. It's really fun to describe verbally. It's better when you see it on a page. All right, here we go. You open the door, I walk outside, morning moon jeering from the sky. The grass is wet with fresh dew, my thoughts are spinning from into the things I should have said but didn't say to you. 'Cause I choke up every time. If you're gonna break me, please do it fast. Squeeze the air from my lungs, drain the blood from my heart. Should've known better than to call this forever. We never had what it takes to last. Oh, 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 no, oh. Are you scared too? 'Cause I'm out inside, jumbled as I try to read your mind. My skin is marked with evidence, your lips have traced my contours, but then when you turn your back, I'm back to doubting all you. Will you prove me wrong or right? If you're gonna break me, please do it fast. Squeeze the air from my lungs, drain the blood from my heart. Should've known better than to call this forever. We never had what it takes to last. Oh, 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 no, oh. Sometimes I don't wanna know. It's easier to pretend that I have no idea where this story ends. If you're gonna break me, please do it fast. Squeeze the air from my lungs, drain the blood from my heart. Should've known better than to call this forever. We never had what it takes to last. Oh, 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 no, oh, 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 oh. And now I know.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Eric, for listening on YouTube, and everybody here. I hope you all sign up for more, because it's thoroughly enjoyable. I'm going to switch us to immersive view because I'm silly man. Wait.
I think you got YouTube on.
Where you can see all of us.
Only Topher matters in immersive mode.
There we go. Much better. No, Rebecca. What is going on?
I feel so left out of this meeting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
It's okay. Maybe I'm just the overarching boss of
Yeah,
maybe
right.
y'all are down there in the office.
You're on the top. You're on the top.
That's right. Good job, workers. You've done well for today. But don't test me.
And once again, she gets the last word.
See, I'm telling you, from on high, I get the last word.
Or not.
Oh.
Sign up for another one. Y'all be good. Enjoy yourself and keep protesting the madness and keep enjoying your life.
Thanks
Bye.
everybody.
Great to hear.